Anh Hưng xin kính chào khán giả của VNTV và kính thưa quý vị, đêm nay chúng ta lại một lần nữa có bác sĩ nhãn khoa Trương Đăng Khoa đến với chúng ta với đề tài là khám sức khỏe mắt khi trở lại học. Anh Hưng xin chào bác sĩ.
Chào anh Hưng, chào quý vị VNTV.
Kính thưa bác sĩ, vậy chúng ta thường nghe người ta nói đến khám sức khỏe, nhất là cho trẻ em khi trở lại học. Nhưng khi người ta nói đến khám sức khỏe thì người ta nói rằng là về cơ thể và về răng, chưa bao giờ hoặc là ít ai nhắc đến đi khám mắt khi trở lại trường học. Vậy bác sĩ có thể chia sẻ với khán giả của VNTV là cái sự quan trọng tại sao mà chúng ta phải có cho con em đi đến để khám sức khỏe, khám mắt?
Okay. Yeah, your question to me is, the children, the general eye exams, it's not so stressed. Going to the dentist, going to the general health doctor, that's been stressed a lot. But eye health, why is it so important? Because realistically, 80% of what we learn is through our vision. And so it's very important that the child gets the proper eye exam because there's 2 out of 5 children are undiagnosed with some vision disorders. So realistic, only 40% of kids have ever had an eye exam before the age of, age of 10. So a lot of times they go through school struggling and the parents don't understand why. So a lot of things can be detected. So it's real important that they get the most optimum vision by getting their eyes checked and make sure their eyes are also healthy. And we'll be talking about certain conditions later on that we'll discuss that.
So, bác sĩ có nói với chúng ta là cái lý do quan trọng là tại vì 80% của trẻ em thường có một căn bệnh nào quan hệ đến mắt, nhưng thường không có hề biết tới vì họ không có được đưa đi khám bác sĩ thường xuyên như khám cơ thể.
Khoảng 40% có cái condition mà mình không biết, 80% là mình mấy cái gì mình coi mình sẽ hiểu biết, they learn. So 80% of our learning is from our vision. So yeah, it's okay.
80% chúng ta thường học hỏi qua mắt của chúng ta, và có 40% là những trẻ em có nhiều khi bố mẹ không biết tới là có căn bệnh về mắt. Vậy thì khi mà trở lại với tại sao mà chúng ta phải đợi mỗi năm đến lúc đi học lại thì mới nên khám sức khỏe? Hay bác sĩ có trong năm có lúc nào có một cái lý do nào mà phải đến cái thời gian đó hay không?
August is, your question to me is why is it particularly a certain month that they should get their eyes checked? Well, August is actually National Eye Health Vision Month for children. And so it's it correlates with going back to school. So it's real important that they get the proper care and the proper nutrients, and as eye doctors, we take a look to make sure they have the optimum vision to get their learning on pace to what their children and their classmates are.
Vậy là bác sĩ nói như vậy có nghĩa là lý do chúng ta muốn trẻ em vào đến những thời gian đó trở lại khám vì nó đã là một cái coi như là cái habit sẵn rồi, thì mỗi năm trẻ em đã phải khám răng, khám cơ thể, thì tiện đó là khám mắt luôn để cho sau này khi các em lớn lên thì các em cũng có thể có một cái kêu là habit mà tốt. cho sau này.
Yeah, so it's important to get, it doesn't matter the month, but it correlates with just back to school. But it's important just annually because children, they're growing. Their eyes are growing, and so a lot of times they'll have certain vision disorders that get undiagnosed as learning disabilities. That the children, because at school, realistically, those are screening programs. There's like going to the DMV where you get checked. Do you see that letter or not? But it's just a screening, and so it doesn't diagnose any health conditions, nor does it diagnose any certain disparities between the two eyes. That gets real important when we talk about children and then learning, because we need both eyes to work together as a team. Otherwise, a child's not going to get they're going to get eye strain, headaches, and we'll be talking about certain conditions in a little bit.
Vậy thì bác sĩ có thể chia sẻ với khán giả, nếu không mang con em tới để khám mắt thường xuyên thì chúng ta có thể có những sự thiệt hại gì?
Okay, your question to me, if a child doesn't get the eye exam, then what can result, right? So one of the things is poor score performance. They're going to be at disadvantage. They're not going to see the board clearly. A lot of their classmates might get higher test scores. I did a program through my education through a vision therapy clinic. I was UC Berkeley, and I saw children who had problems focusing, and so that's not detected in school. They let's say they read for about 2 minutes and they get headaches. The reason is there's undiagnosed conditions like being farsighted. such as farsighted astigmatism, just accommodative issues, meaning focusing issues, and that can really affect not only the self-esteem of the child, but his overall school performance, sports performance. Also with his peers, he's not going to feel as comfortable and as confident as his peer, as his fellow student who's getting straight A's and getting the social skills available for growing up.
Yeah. Vậy là như bác sĩ nói là nếu mà không có khám mắt thì nó có thể ảnh hưởng tới sự học vấn của mình và những activity khác, thí dụ như là những tham dự vô những thể thao và cũng có thể ảnh hưởng tới lâu dài, có nghĩa rằng là đến cả cá tính các em, tại vì các em không có thể điều hòa vô với những trẻ em khác trong trường.
Yeah, let me give you a story. I had a patient, a 10-year-old little boy. Parents were wondering why he came to my office. He's always been so shy. Never had an eye exam. One of the telltale signs was he wasn't, squinting a lot. And parents wondering, and then he was brought in because the school did a screening and said he can't see the board, he can't see the letters. Comes in, and the reason why he couldn't see, why he was so shy, was because he was very nearsighted. He was, at this point when I saw him, he was a -3. Basically, everything in focus was about 30 centimeters away from him. So everything else above, beyond that, it's blurry for him. So that's why he avoided the eye contact, and his social behavior was very shy, and that would explain the correlation why, it affects self-esteem, affects his overall social skills, and he's going to be lacking if he's not making the eye contact and having the confidence to establish those relationships that are needed growing up.
Và nếu mà như vậy thì rất là tội nghiệp cho các em khi các em phải trải qua những giai đoạn, nhất là vào cái tuổi trẻ, khi mà đang coi như là lớn lên, đang học hỏi thêm mà bị mất cái self confidence, thì cái đó là một cái ảnh hưởng rất là lớn lao cho các em. Vậy ngoài những sự như là đi khám mắt vào thời gian sắp sửa vô học, nhập học, thì trong những thời gian khác, bác sĩ có thể chia sẻ với khán giả, ví dụ như các em, nếu chúng ta còn có những cái warning sign nào mà chúng ta có thể thấy, biết là các em có thể có một sự ảnh hưởng về mắt không được bình thường.
Yes. Your question to me is, what are some warning signs? What are some signs and symptoms as a parent you can look for? Because sometimes the child's not going to give thorough answers. You're going to ask, are you seeing okay? The child's going, yeah, everything's okay, because sometimes they don't know any better. Sometimes that's like, well, that's what they're made to see, and they think, that's blurry vision, it's normal. But in reality, a lot of times you'll see a lot of squinting. They're going to sit in front of the TV a lot closer. They're going to rub their eyes a lot. Some tearing. They're going to be light sensitive. Another issue could be, they complain they can't see the blackboard. They're going to have poor coordination in sports. When you throw a catch with them, they're not going to be able to catch the ball properly. And so that's a whole myriad of symptoms that can manifest. As a parent, we definitely want to ask these questions, but not only ask the questions, but look for it in the kids as well. Because one of the telltale signs growing up is if the eye turns out or in. That is called strabismus, and we'll talk about that. But that can lead to a lot of issues later on in life, if not detected and treated properly early.
Yeah. Và nếu mà nói như vậy đó bác sĩ, thì có nhiều khi chính các em không biết các em đang có bị bị ảnh hưởng về một cái sự kém của mắt của mình, vì các em đã từng có như vậy rồi. Cho nên khi mà có những cái activities hay các em không có nhìn thấy rõ thì các em cứ nghĩ đó thật sự ra là một sự bình thường. Cho nên chúng ta không thể biết được, và hy vọng các bố mẹ sau khi nghe bác sĩ giải thích thì có thể để ý đến những cái sign đó để mà có thể giúp các em.
Another story I can share is I had a gentleman, a little boy, he was about 13. His prescription, he wears glasses normally, but then he's just baseball. He loves baseball, and he's wondering why he couldn't hit it. Because he wore sports goggles, didn't really like them, so he wouldn't even wear anything. And so his performance in the baseball hitting average went way down. We put him into contact lenses, which is a great option for children, especially with soft disposable, daily disposable contact lenses, where it keeps it really clean. They put him in, they toss him at the end of the day, takes the worry out of the cleaning regimen or risk of infections, keeps it real healthy for them. So this boy, he comes in a month later, his batting average gone up by 100 points, and that's huge for baseball, going from a 200 average to a 300 average. He was so happy. He told his friends about it. His coach was real happy. So, from that point of view, he not only did his whole esteem went up, his school performance went up, his sports performance. It affects everything. It's a whole myriad that affects how he views himself as a young man. And being a freshman in high school, that's extremely important. His self-esteem, how he views himself, and how his peers views him. It's going to affect, later on in life and what he's going to be able to accomplish as a successful guy.
Nào, bác sĩ có đề cập tới là cho trẻ em đeo contact lens. Theo nhiều người họ đồn là khi mà mình đeo contact lens thì nó có thể nó làm mắt mình còn hại thêm, vì chúng ta có cái contact lens trong mắt coi như là 24 hoặc 12 tiếng đồng hồ trong một ngày, thì bác sĩ có thể giải thích thêm về cái sự ảnh hưởng của contact lens khi chúng ta đeo, nhất là vào tuổi trẻ.
Oh, okay. Your question to me is, contact lenses, is it a good option for young children, and what are the risks, the benefits? So during the eye exam, we always want to weigh the risks and the benefits for every patient, regardless of a child, adult. The good news is contact lenses nowadays, the technology is amazing. They make really disposable, one-day disposables, where they put them in, toss them in the day, and they make it very affordable. Contact lenses used to be extremely expensive. There'd be one lens that would last the whole year, and it was still extremely expensive. So you lose one, it gets as a cost burden. But now, contact lens with children, as long as what I do is when a patient, a child comes in, we gauge his maturity level, his motivation, make sure that he wants it or she wants it, not so much the parents. Because if just the parents want it, the kids, they'll make a fit, and maybe they're just going to please the parent. But in the end, that's going to be a failure. So we want to make sure we gauge and then make sure they're mature enough that they can handle the responsibility, because it is a medical device, and we want to make sure that the eyes are going to stay healthy and risk of infection. Because if we put a patient in a contact lens and he's going to sleep in them, and it's made for a one-day disposal, that's going to be a disaster. There's going to increase with infections. Corneal neovascularization is where the vessels start growing in at the eyes, and there's a whole things that can go wrong. So we want to make sure that the child's going to be 100% safe. That's my primary goal, is the vision, safety, and patient happiness.
Yeah. Vậy là như bác sĩ nói, trẻ em đeo contact lens nhất là vì cái technology bây giờ, cho nên nó rất là an toàn.
Yes.
Nhưng nó cũng vẫn tùy thuộc vào các em. Các em có đủ maturity để mà có thể sử dụng cái contact lens hay không?
Vâng.
Yeah. Và kính thưa bác sĩ, vậy còn một câu hỏi của anh Hưng nữa là khi khám mắt thì bác sĩ có thể giải thích cho khán giả biết là cái procedure của của khi mình khám mắt như thế nào không ạ?
Yeah, your question to me is, so when a patient comes in, what are things I'm looking for? What are the things? So one of the big things is obviously the health of the eyes. We want to check to see certain conditions like glaucoma, macular degeneration. But for kids, that's not much of a concern. But we want to make sure there's no eye irritation, there's no such as being farsighted, nearsighted, astigmatism, amblyopia. These are all conditions that can really affect the eyes. And so we want to check the refractive error, which is seeing their status, if they need glasses or contact lenses, and then the overall health of the eye. So we go through a whole binocular sequence also to check, make sure their focusing is okay. Because sometimes the reading can be an issue, and it's because of their focusing. It's not that they can't read. It's just their eyes can't get so tired. So I always stress there's a great rule. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. Especially it applies to actually people who use the computer a lot. So even children, I recommend children, adults, if you read a lot, every 20 minutes, look at, or 20 minutes, take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. So 20-20-20. Every 20 minutes, 20 feet away for 20 seconds. So that way, what happens is the eyes, it relaxes its focus, so it's not so locked in. It's like carrying around a 5-pound dumbbell. It's not very heavy, but imagine doing the whole day, walking around, doing your errands. It's going to get very heavy. Your arms going to get tired. Our eyes are controlled by a set of muscles. So we want to ensure that that's one of the things that I always stress to the patient, make sure they take the frequent breaks. Computer, there's computer vision syndrome. A lot of people get a lot of irritation from the computer. And we live in a world now where technology rules. Everything is computers. And we want to make sure, and especially with smartphones, right? Everything's so small now. We can do some damage to the eyes if we don't take good care of it.
Yeah. So bác sĩ nói là 20 phút đọc, 20 phút nghỉ và 20 phút
20 phút đọc, 20 giây nghỉ.
20 giây
nhìn cái gì 20 feet away.
Yeah.
Không phải nghỉ cho 20 phút. Nghỉ 20 phút thì không có làm công việc được.
Yeah. Okay. So 20 phút đọc, 20 giây nghỉ và 20 giây nhìn xa.
20 feet.
20 feet nhìn xa. Dạ, kính thưa quý vị, đến đây xin kết thúc chương trình. Xin cảm ơn bác sĩ Trương Đăng Khoa đã đến với VNTV và hy vọng quý vị sẽ để chút thời giờ mang con em ra khám mắt, để hy vọng các em khi đi học trở lại thì có thể hoàn toàn mạnh khỏe, vui vẻ. Xin kính chào khán giả.
Cảm ơn anh Hưng. Cảm ơn quý vị VNTV.